Welcome to Retirement Ramblings, Countdown to Retirement, Day 364. Today I spent a considerable amount of time focused on my fixed asset portfolio once I got done with work. And then I started off immediately actually putting together my shopping list for the week by reviewing what normally comes out on Tuesday evenings, but today came out overnight for the normal sale flyers, and then I go through and look at what we normally would want to pick up that would be on sale, mostly around proteins. And this week, the only proteins that I was interested in was they have snow crab on sale at Kroger for $7.99 a pound, which is a reasonably good price. So I'll probably pick some of that up tomorrow when I go shopping. The rest of the normal shopping items, that are our staples, nothing spectacular this week. So I put together the list. I'll go use that list tomorrow to go pick up food, and also I do that on Fridays in our area when I go to Kroger, primarily because Kroger also puts out a coupon, digital coupon, I should say, for Forex fuel points, so that I'm able to save or accumulate points during the month to be able to save up and get $1 off per gallon on my fuel purchases. And then what I'll normally do is I drive a truck. My wife's got an SUV. We'll go over together. She'll pull in. I'll process, what I need to do to get the discount. I'll pump her car. She'll pull her car forward. She'll get out of it. I don't turn off the pump. She'll come hold the pump. I pull my truck forward, and then I'll finish filling up the truck. And in that way, I get the full dollar discount off of both vehicles, and typically save north of $35 on each of the fill-ups that we do, and that helps keep our fuel costs down for the year. Once I finished putting together the shopping list, I started focusing on my fixed equity portfolio. I had a T-bill come due on the 29th of December, so I had put in an order to roll that T-bill over onto a 17-week T-bill that was at auction today, which was CUSIP 912797 PC5, which came with an investment rate of 4.313% and a maturity date of May 6th. So I got that. That got purchased today, so it actually gets issued on the 7th of January. And then I went back and reviewed the allocations in my IRAs. And so both my wife and I have a 70-30 allocation equity to fixed income within our traditional IRAs. And then I also reviewed our Roths, and we have an 80-20 equity to fixed income allocation in the Roths, primarily because we don't expect to touch the Roths for a longer period of time. And so I want more of the equity to grow in that account versus the fixed income, so that we'll have a higher hedge against inflation in the Roth accounts. I also have a separate account that we've been building up to use for retirement travel. I keep a 65% allocation to fixed income in that account, laddered. And then I also have dividend stocks, AT&T, AbbVie, NextEra Energy, as a couple of them. I typically target having at least a 3% or greater dividend yield if I'm going to put it into an equity versus into a fixed income vehicle. The goal originally was to take that account and then use the income off that account each year for us to be able to go on a trip while we've been working, and then long term, we'll have bucket list trips that we're going to go on, and I'm going to start researching one for this year for 2025. My wife's going to have her milestone birthday this year, so one of the bucket list trips that we want to go on, I'll try and work out for the summertime, and it'll come out of that account. But ultimately, I've been trying to, grow that account so that when I do retire, we'll be able to leverage that to go on the various trips we want to go on without impacting our normal budgeted account that just is what we live off of. I went and checked on my 401k and made my allocations there. So moving forward, I will have an 80-20 allocation for new funds going into my 401k. That will be primarily Russell 1000, Russell 1000 accounts, and then 20% will go into Fidelity's SPAXX government funds, which is basically treasuries, and then and then I also have a variety of money that I built up over the years that's in a mid cap fund, and so over the next year the allocations will won't be growing in the mid cap. It will be growing in the Russell 1000 account, which really mostly is large cap, even though it's called the Russell 1000. And then it'll also have less volatility by leveraging the SPAXX. And then went and cross-checked my HSA accounts. I currently have about $10,000 that I've been able to build up in the HSA accounts. I also signed up for the maximum commitment that I could get as an individual for this coming year, 2025. My goal is at the end of the year to have accumulated between $13,000 and $15,000 in aggregate in my HSA, after having whatever medical expenses we have for the year. That said, the goal there is, so once I stop working, those HSAs will be my backstop for the maximum out of pocket that I would have for both my wife and I, for her Medicare Advantage plan, and for whatever I'll call it Obamacare. I can't remember what the other official name is. Affordable Care Act. That's what it is. For the Affordable Care Act, maximum out of pockets, I'll be able to have the HSA set aside should I need to, have any significant medical issues without having to again impact at least our first year of retirement's budget. And then, excuse me, I went and looked and calculated our net worth for the year and what changes we saw in that. So we had a pretty positive year in 2024 and saw our net worth increase approximately 17%. So that was a nice change, because that's not always the case. And then I also went and we made a bunch of payments over the last 24 hours. I have a timeshare unit that I wish I could get rid of that's at Disney in Florida. Had to pay that. Had car payment, an HOA payment, my internet bill for the month, and then DirecTV streaming. So in the last 24 hours, I got to start the month with writing bills of about $2,500. Just because most of that money goes, a large chunk of that money goes to the timeshare and the car payment. I only have a handful of car payments left, and then, by the time I retire, we will be debt free. So I won't go into retirement with any outstanding debts, which is, definitely something I want to make sure that happened. So overall, it was a positive day. I did get, as I said, to work on a bunch of the financials. I'm hoping that, and I'll update myself and you each day, but I'm hoping that I'll have all of my different allocations figured out and any rebalancing that I want to do completed by the end of the weekend, so I can put in whatever orders I might need to put in at the brokerage account to make changes. But I did spend a considerable amount of time leading up to the holidays trying to figure out, if there was any particular themes that I wanted to be able to invest in my final working year. And so I decided that the 2025 investing themes for me, and again, this is one man's opinion, this is my daily diary, this is not advice. You can think of it for entertainment purposes if you like, but this is not a recommendation of what anyone else should do other than me. So I am looking to get into cybersecurity, and I'll do that through the BUG ETF. I'm also expecting that there'll be a pickup in both private credit and mergers and acquisitions / trading platforms. So I'm looking to increase a position in IAI and in BlackRock, as well as in Schwab for potential trading platforms. But really, IAI is the primary ETF that I'm looking to add to be able to take advantage of that theme. Then the other thing I wanted to be able to do, with the expectation that Trump will do something in the energy space, specifically around either natural gas or oil, is I picked up some EOG for production and exploration, and then I like, both for dividend play and for just the consistency of earnings, Enterprise Product Partners, which is EPD, and then for the downstream refiners, which this isn't the best time to buy a refinery because driving drops off in the winter, but Marathon Petroleum Corp, so MPC, is my preferred refiner. So I look at that as the places that I want to invest in individual equities when I'm trying to target the energy sector. And and then the other thing was, I had a call with one of the financial guys that I deal with, trying to make sure that I understood the most secure place to put money that's, in a quote unquote mutual fund, but that's treated as if it was a straight up government security, with, where you didn't have to worry about the principal ever going away. And so, I was able to determine which one of those accounts or types is the one to go with. Excuse me. And so I'm going to be looking at setting that up as my backstop, which is going to be SNSXX. So yeah, SNSXX. So anyhow, I'm gonna make sure I double check on that, but ultimately there's that one's supposed to provide the maximum security, no liquidation fees, and will be the most secure place to hold uninvested cash that I just want to have in the event that I either am looking for a dip in the market that I can take advantage, especially in a Roth or other tax advantage fund. But anyway, that's kind of all the things that I was working through today. It was a pretty uneventful day, other than at work, where I'm a project manager, and so the first business day of the month, I spend my days doing spreadsheets for billing all of our clients, and then sharing that with the financial teams. So, till I go cross-eyed working on spreadsheets all morning. So anyhow, that's it for the day. If you have any questions, comments, leave them in the comment section down below, or you can drop me an email at myretirementramblings@gmail.com, and I'm happy to answer individual questions. But until tomorrow, have a great day.